California doctor is accused of secretly poisoning her husband. But in order to prove it, he put their nanny cam in the kitchen, just hoping to catch her in the act. And he did. Attorneys say this is 45-year-old Emily Yu pouring Drano into her husband's lemonade. Correspondent Jennifer McGraw has a closer look at the case tonight.
A suspecting husband sets up cameras in his Irvine home, only to find his suspicions were right, capturing his wife pouring what appears to be drain cleaner into his drink. He then takes a sip from his cup before leaving the kitchen.
And a couple minutes later, Dr. Yu gets up, goes across the kitchen to the sink, takes out the big red bottle of Drano, carries it over to the table, takes off the saran wrap, pours in a little bit of the Drano, puts the saran wrap back, mixes it around, puts the Drano away, and sits down like nothing happened.
Stephen Hittleman is representing Dr. Jack Chen, who has suffered internal injuries from allegedly being poisoned by his own wife.
The doctor said, yeah, you've got a swollen esophagus and you've got stomach ulcers and gastritis.
Dr. Chen says he suffered abuse from his wife, Emily Yu, who is also a doctor, during their 10 years of marriage. Making matters worse, he says, so have their children.
This was the tipping point. This was what made him say, I've got to get out. I've got to get my children safe. I've got to get out of this relationship.
Between his medical issues and the chemical taste in his morning drink, he put the two together, capturing his wife pouring poison 3 separate times in July, but has no idea how long it's been happening.
Probably the most chilling thing about it is how nonchalant she is about it. There's no glancing around or being nervous about trying to get it done. She's just patiently, methodically putting poison into his drink like nothing else is going on.
Hittleman says there's no doubt in his mind Yu tried to get away with murder.
Almost like just pouring some milk and coffee there. Yu, arrested, has since been released. There has been a restraining order filed against her, saying that she is not allowed to come in contact with her husband, obviously, or their children. All right, the attorney representing Yu's husband is going to be joining Ashley Banfield live on her show later tonight to talk more about this bizarre case. So be sure to tune in for Banfield coming up right here on News Nation, 10/9 Central. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.